Today, we will be looking at the second part of the story from a book called Leaves of Hope, the story of a man called John Corliss. John Corliss and some of his friends had traveled all the way from America to share with people in Australia the message of Jesus' love. It was quite expensive to hire halls, so the missionaries ordered a big tent from a local tent maker. It was big enough to hold 220 people. They pitched their tent in North Fitzroy on October 22, 1885. And 3 days later, they had their first tent meeting. They ran lots of meetings, but still not many people came. The missionaries started to get discouraged. Very few people would let them leave their papers about Sabbath at their businesses, and for 6 whole weeks, no one bought any of their books. William Arnold, who had been a very successful coal porter in Michigan, America, almost gave up and went home. John Corliss was so discouraged he wrote a letter back home saying, "The weather is bleak. The people are bleak. I don't think we'll start a church here." Because few businesses would take their tracts, the missionaries had to hand them out in the street. A tract is a short religious or political paper. People wrote and distributed tracts in those days on lots of different topics. John Corliss and his friends handed out tracts about Jesus and how he made the Sabbath special. The pastors gave out tracts everywhere they thought there would be lots of people. Some of them waited outside the train station, and others would hand them out on busy streets. One day, Pastor Corliss was handing out his papers on Wellington Parade by Treasury Gardens. The day was particularly cold and wet. Many people were refusing to take them, and those who did would just drop them in the street. John got sick of it. He took his last tract and spiked it on the picket of an iron fence, muttering, "Perhaps somebody might read this one." Then he went home. We will find out what happened to this tract next time.
Poor John. That would have been very difficult. They were all trying so hard to tell people about Jesus. They sure needed to remember the text in Galatian 6:9. So let's not get tired of doing what is good. At just the right time, we will reap a harvest of blessing if we don't give up. I'm Arnie from Arnie's Shack, and you have been listening to Bible Buddies. Our time is up for today, but I will look forward to catching up with all of you again next time. So take care, stay safe, and God bless.
Learn about